Okay, guys, Monday night Novak news. I'm filling in for Billy Drury, and Billy stitched us up, said he had an appraisal, and then he's like, oh, actually, I don't. But that's all good. You got Michael and I.
The dream team.
The dream team. We are going to be talking about what goes into being a dream team and why I guess we consider ourselves the dream team. Stay tuned, guys. All right, here we are,
Brilliant.
Monday night. Michael, how's it going?
It's going good. Been a busy day.
It has been a busy day.
As every Monday.
Yeah, it certainly has. So many of you guys may or may not know, Michael and I have worked together now for 5 years. And what started off as Michael, I'm going away. Do you think that you might just be able to help me out with one of my listings, which we sold within 24 hours?
Yep.
And then we realised after doing that a couple of times, we were actually onto a really, really good thing, didn't we?
Yeah, it worked really well. And it's something super unique in the industry as well, being able to operate as a team. And it's great because it's allowed us to, A, service our clients better, B, in terms of when people do go away as well, the wheel never stops turning.
That's right.
And just to be more efficient all the way around as well, especially in terms of specialising and the whole, I guess, business unit that we have as well with Xanthony and Jono and our team as well.
So we are a team of 4, and as Michael said, Michael and I have worked together, as I mentioned, guys, for 5 years. Xanthony is our, I guess, for use of a better word, senior assistant. Jono works just under Xanthony. These guys are a critical, pivotal part of our team, without a doubt. But we do large volumes. You know, we run at 1 million miles an hour. Lots of our vendors often say that we never sleep. I don't know that we do. Let's talk about what a day looks like with Lisa and Michael. Let's start off there.
So pretty much the second you wake up, we're on. So to give you guys an idea, when we get up, Lisa gets up earlier than me. But when I wake up, straight away, whatever inquiries have come in overnight, so these are people that have inquired on properties through us, we jump on those straight away. So that's first thing in the morning. Anyone that's probably done between midnight and 6 a.m., we jump on that straight away. All of us, and then straight away after that, we have our team meeting first thing in the morning. And we've spoken probably 2 or 3 times before it even hits 8:30 a.m.
Ain't that the truth? Then at 9 a.m. every morning, we have a team meeting, and that usually goes for about 10 or 15 minutes. It always amazes me how much we all have to talk about every single day.
Seriously.
So we go through at least once or twice a week, we go through every single property that's on the market, and we run through every single intricate point of that. If there's anything that needs to change with respect to photography, where offers are at, absolutely everything to do with every single property. And then obviously we're talking about all the new stock that's coming on as well, where everything is at, where that photography is at. Pest and building reports, strata reports, offers, prospective buyers, everything. And that happens 6 days a week.
Yeah.
6 days a week. Now, ordinarily, Sunday would be a day when we're not in the office, but it's still a day when we're at work.
We're still on the phones all day Sunday, because most of the time, our job starts when a lot of other people's job ends. So outside of office hours is when probably is the most crucial time for us, and that includes weekends, that includes early mornings, late evenings, because that's when people have time in terms of dealing with a property, purchasing a property or selling their property. On Sundays as well, we're super busy with it. And like Lisa said, with those meetings in the morning, it's just great when you're juggling so much. It means that we can give every property the attention it deserves. And also it means that we're across everything. We will not drop the ball anywhere with it. We will make sure that every client gets serviced 110%.
Without a doubt. And I was talking today, Michael, about how absolutely privileged we are that we get to sell properties from, one-bedroom apartments, studio apartments, all the way up to multi-million-dollar properties that vendors consider us to sell properties right across all of those price brackets. And regardless of whether or not you are a $500,000 property or a $20 million property, the level of service, it just doesn't change.
It's the same.
We will literally make you feel as though you are the only client that we have. And that's the way that we love it. We have built a model on convenience and speed of service, There's no doubt about it. And then, of course, there's a huge amount of social media that goes on in the background. That's not something that Michael does an enormous amount of. But, you know, we have an agreement that we all have our own strengths.
Correct.
You know, we really do. I love to do all of the social media. That's probably not one of your most favourite things to do. But Michael loves to deal with, you know, lots of the buyer negotiations. Michael's great with maths.
I'm the number side, Lisa. I'm the one that works out with all the offers, all the math side, and then Lisa's the one that works out all the text and all the pretty words.
All the fluffy side of things. But look, I think that's with any great relationship. You know, the reality is 5 years of working together tirelessly and to never have had an argument between the two of us speaks volumes. And I think that, you know, I can confidently say that there's an enormous level of respect and trust that goes into any great relationship. And that's certainly the case here. But, you know, what guys understand, what we've done in 5 years of working together in the industry to get to the level that we have has not come easily. And we've got a lovely new girl who started with us today. And she actually asked me while we were out having a look at all of our new listings, she said, what do you think is the secret? What's the key? And I said to her, there's 2 words.
Hard work.
Are you ready for it? That's it.
Did I get it?
That's it. It's literally hard work, isn't it? So, you know, if we had said to people, okay, look, you know, come and have a career with us, and here's what the job description looks like. It'll start at 5:30 in the morning, and it's not going to stop until, here we are, guys, in the office. It's 8:10. We should finish up tonight at about 9 o'clock. Get home, have a bit of dinner, and then
start it all again.
Jump onto our mobile, see what's on there before we go to sleep. Literally wake up in the morning and start it all over again. And
there's no substitute for it as well. Like, of course, there's a skill that comes with our job, also in terms of the ability to negotiate, the ability to market. But there's no substitute for the hard work in terms of there's lots of very talented agents out there that, or like in any industry, talented individuals that if you don't put in the hard work behind it, you won't see the results from it. And that's the same for our clients as well, because it divvies across not just to us being able to run our team and obviously sell lots of these amazing properties, but also for our clients. It means our vendors get serviced better. It means the buyers get serviced better. And so overall, it just flows onto everything. And I think that great service you can offer people, which comes from no lack of just giving them your time, that's what people love.
And that's really important to us, because sometimes in the industry, the buyers cannot get as much attention as what, say, a vendor will. That is definitely not our philosophy. Our philosophy is that everyone needs to get the same level of attention. You know, whether you're a buyer, whether you're a seller, it's not relevant. You must get that same very high level of service from us. And again, you know what I was saying, in 5 years, Michael and I as a team have managed to get to be the number 1 agent, fact, guys, for listing and selling right across the Northern Beaches. That's out of about 510 real estate agents. And many of those agents, great agents, but they've been in the industry for minimum 10 to 15 years. So, you know, we managed to do the impossible in just that 5-year period. And again, it's a result of really good, honest, hard work. You know, 15 to 17-hour days, loving what we do.
I was about to say, I think we've squeezed 15 years of work into that 5 years.
I think so too. Yeah, I agree. But there's a hell of a lot of fun that goes into it as well. You know, you've got to be smart, you've got to be savvy, you've got to be a great negotiator, you've got to be a great communicator, you've got to be a great listener.
And consistent.
You've got to be consistent.
You've got to be able to turn up every single day.
But you've got to have fun. Like, there's not a day that goes by when we're not having a good giggle with the team as well about, you know, just stuff that goes on behind the scenes. But you certainly do have to. So what's next, Michael? What do you reckon? What's next for us? I mean, we achieved, let's put it this way, guys. We achieved in 5 years what we thought was going to take us 10. What do you reckon's next?
I think that hunger to keep growing is what pushes you, and I don't think that's gone away as well. So for us to keep growing as well, and it's just always, good question, what's next? How can we better ourselves? Because the way that we can offer a better service to our clients is how we continue to grow more as well. I don't think we can work any more than what we do. We're already at maximum capacity in terms of hours in a day. So it's how can we make ourselves more efficient? How can we service our clients better? and get to that next level.
Yeah, it's looking at those. It's looking at those efficiencies, which we have been looking at. I'll be honest with you. This side of the year, we've been certainly looking at efficiencies within our team and how we can still offer our clients that same level of service, but 2x what we're doing already.
Correct.
And I just want to say, and Michael, there's no better person that can actually testify than you can. Understand, guys, it's not the dollars that drive us. That is what we get as a result of the hard work that we really love doing. These are personal challenges, and I'm constantly saying to these guys, make sure you're doing what you love.
Yeah.
That's really important, because the day you stop doing what you love, you may as well just get out of this industry.
It's so true. Like, you have to be, because we commit so much, it's not just a career, it's a lifestyle of what we do. And so you have to be completely committed to it. And a buyer or a vendor can feel it as well. When you're just there for the dollars, or you're just there trying to make a quick buck, or just push someone through the door so you can get on to the next, people feel it. And you can see it as well. Anyone in any industry, when they're just doing it and operating like that, you move out pretty quickly. And I guess we've always been about the longevity of it as well, in terms of, this is a lifestyle, we want to create this for the indefinite future. So keep working hard.
So here we are.
Here we are at 8 o'clock at night.
Here we are at 8 o'clock at night. But again, I think it's important to note, guys, for those of you that are watching, it is about making sure that you absolutely are doing what you love. I've got 2 girls. You don't have kids yet, Michael, but I've got 2 girls, and I've got one daughter, Jade, actually. She's in here tonight. She's just doing her HSC. And I said that to her. I said, you know what? You've just got to make sure that you choose a career that you're going to absolutely love, because you'll never feel like you're turning up to work.
Yeah.
I definitely do wake up in the morning and I'm super excited about what lies ahead. You can look at your diary for the day and go, okay, I've got that at 9 o'clock, that at 11 o'clock, that at 1 o'clock. And the whole day can get turned upside down. And I think, we both love the fact that you're coming into these days and you have no idea what the day is going to bring.
They're
you have absolutely no
whatsoever. In terms of being an advocate for the industry, anyone thinking of getting into the industry, if you've ever sat at your job and you've clock watched and you've gone, oh my goodness, is that the time? Is it not 5 o'clock yet? Oh, that's the time. It's going so slow. Join in real estate. Because you'll never look at the clock going, oh my goodness, I can't wait for it to be 5 o'clock. You're always looking at it the other way around going, oh my goodness, I hope it slows down so I've got time to fit everything else in.
Without a doubt.
You're not bored whatsoever.
Oh my God, we're the same. We're always like, no, is it 6 o'clock already?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've got like 5 hours of work still to do.
Yeah.
You literally could be working 24 hours around the clock. That's for sure. There is always something to be done. Tell me, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Favorite career moment so far? And I'm putting you on the spot here.
Yeah, completely.
Favorite career moment besides working alongside me.
When I started, there's a couple of big ones. There's not one that jumps straight away to mind, to be honest with you, away. 2 things, I guess. Biggest milestone, which I was both very excited about, was obviously when we sold number 2 Redall Street in Manly, which was our largest sale by far. That was a massive milestone in terms of an achievement for our career. But individually, and this does not go for one particular property, this is for all of them, probably the best part about the job for me, because obviously I'm not dealing more on the buyer's side, is when we settle on a property and we get to give the keys to the new owners of the property. Especially for owner-occupiers. Well, of course, for investors, it's exciting as well, but when you're giving it to a family that's moving in, or a couple, or whoever it is, that excitement there for someone moving into their new home, that's probably my favourite part about the job. And the reason why I say not one individual instance is because every time it's just as exciting. That's the 2 things if I split into 2.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. There's it is hard to just, bring it just into one definite moment. But again, it would have to be
on the vendor side as well for leasing, changing people's lives.
I love that. Like, my family never stop hearing about it. Because, as real estate agents, we actually do have the capacity to change people's lives. And we never, ever underestimate that. There's been many a time when we've had to sell because it's been a divorce, or there's been a death in the family, or people are in debt. And if you can just take that stress away, and if you can just make that moment just that bit easier for somebody, or you can get them more money than they ever anticipated they were going to get for a property. And what that does to people and what that does to families. You know, you can never, ever underestimate that.
Yeah.
And so they're the moments for me that do stand out. To Riddell Street and Manly, without a doubt. You know, we achieved, for those of you guys that don't know, this was at the end of last year, we achieved a record result for the area, for Manly, $21.5 million for a 400 square metre, completely unrenovated property. And that vendor has gone on to become a very, very dear friend of mine. She's an elderly lady and her beautiful daughter. And, you know, but again, you know, we were able to change their lives with that particular moment there. So, you know, they're the things that, you know, you want to just get up, you want to continue doing. And, yeah, look, it's been a fabulous journey, I must say, like, just always forever singing Michael's praises, you know, without a doubt, because to have the opportunity to be able to work with someone who you get along with so well, and genuinely what you see here is what really goes on. You know,
this is us.
This is it. You can't fake this stuff. But, you know, how fortunate we are that we are able to find the, you know, this wonderful balance, the chaos and order combo.
Yeah.
Can you guess who's chaos and can you guess who's order?
Question mark on that one.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Actually, it does change over from time to time. That's for sure. But you know, it's been a wonderful journey, and there's a lot that goes into being what we consider a dream team, and it really is. And a huge, massive shout out to Anthony and Jono. I don't like to call them assistants because they're way more than that.
They're the glue that hold us together.
Oh, aren't they just? Seriously, Anthony's just got, you know, if we're ever like confused about something, we're like, Anthony, what's happening here? What do we do here? And she's just got it all under control. Got it all under control. And Jono, what a phenomenal young man he is.
Probably the best can-do attitude I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In terms of nothing's ever too much for Jono. Oh, you want this done? Not a problem. I'll make it happen.
Yeah, immense levels of respect for one another. And as I said, that is the absolute fundamental, probably the one fundamental, well, that and trust. Like respect and trust is, you know, they're the two foundations. And if you get those right, you know, you should have a very, very successful balance all through life, really.
Yeah.
So that's it. Any questions tonight, guys? I can't see. We're in our new studio, so if I'm looking a bit like deer caught in headlights, it's because I am.
There we go. So you got
I'm convinced that you can continue. Okay, now, here we go. Let's talk about Brendan for a sec. Do not kill me, Brendan. So here's a great story, guys, and I think we'll wrap up on this.
Yeah.
Brendan was, I hope you don't kill me for this, Brendan. Brendan was a prospective buyer. And we had to call what's called a best and fairest on a property. And that's where you ask for all offers to be submitted. Or you're great at explaining that, Michael.
It's basically where a vendor goes, I'm ready to make a decision. I don't want to keep going back and forth with it. I just want to get everyone to put forward their best and final offer so I can make that decision. So as agents, we relay that to the clients. We get them to put forward their best offers. We present it to the owner, and then they make that decision. Okay, that's one I want to go ahead with.
So at the time, Brendan was like, I am not going to be entering into that. I think that's kind of how it went, Brendan, and wasn't happy about it. And as a result, had missed out on a property. So I remember I was driving from Collaroy. Brendan, you're going to kill me for this. I was driving from Collaroy to DY, and pretty much you were furious the whole way. I remember I had you on my car phone and I was like, oh, he's really angry. Anyway, pulled into the car park here in DY, and I remember saying to you, when you finished ranting, Brendan, why don't you take a drive past this property? I've just signed it up. The vendors are very happy to do something pre-market. Anyway, you drove past the property. You called me back. You said, I'm listening. I said, okay, why don't you come into the office? And you hadn't actually gone through the property yet. Came into the office, popped an offer onto a contract. Long story short, we ended up assisting you, or you put in a great offer, the vendors had accepted it, and we totally turned around your whole thought process of real estate agents. I know you hadn't had some very good experiences in the past. And honestly, we've remained I can say friends. We have remained friends ever since. Would have been about.
That was about four and a
half years ago, I reckon.
Yeah, towards the beginning when we started working together, actually.
Bought a cracking property, and it was all about taking that situation that was unsavoury, I guess you can say, and turning that into a positive experience.
Sure.
And I mean, Brendan has been one of our biggest marketeers, I have to say, because he had so many bad experiences with other real estate agents, and then we managed to turn that around.
And this is the thing.
Brendan, feel free to write in the comments. Don't kill us.
And this is the thing. As agents as well, we get put into some really tough situations as well, being the middleman, dealing with vendors. And the thing is, it's high emotions as well. It's high emotions on the buyer side. It's high emotions on the vendor side. And people are fickle. I think a lot of things sometimes when someone's buying a property, they sometimes don't see is they go, oh, what's the price the vendor's willing to take? Sometimes a vendor doesn't have a price in mind and people change their minds. And then it's that delicate balance as an agent where we're trying to put it together and trying to make sure that we do the right thing by people. We're as transparent as possible. We don't want to offside people. It is that delicate balance. And sometimes it's not always the perfect situation, the way that people would like things to turn out. But I guess that's part of our job to sort of negotiate the minefield and
just having communication.
And that's
honestly,
big on communication.
Michael, how are we on communication? Like, I can't imagine, and correct me if I'm wrong if there's real estate agents watching, I just cannot imagine that there is a team in this country that would communicate to a level that we do with our buyers, with our vendors, and with one another. It is a constant line of communication, whether it's WhatsApp, telephone, messages, emails, videos that we've recorded, for vendors and purchasers. It's never ending. All of the social media. No, it's pretty phenomenal. No. So what other comments have we got there quickly before we wrap up? And as I said, Brendan, don't kill me. It's all about putting your hat on with another great result, not the dollar. Without a doubt, I have to say there's something that really irks me in our industry is when agents constantly spruik about record prices that, they achieve. It shouldn't be about the agent. It really is about the community and, what you are doing for your buyers and your sellers. Understand, guys, when we sell properties, that is us doing our job. So it's what are you doing over and above that to make yourself be absolutely unforgettable. Unforgettable.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like with all the social media content that Lisa puts out, and Novak as a brand puts out as well. Yes, of course, every agent puts out their sold properties. We sold this for a great price. That's all well and great. But in terms of actually adding value to clients as well. And that's why we do things like this tonight and what we do every Monday night, every morning when we have morning minutes as well, trying to put content out there to help people. We're not directly getting anything from that apart from obviously great exposure to help people. That helps build our business. And that's why we do it, because we want to help people there. We want to be known in our marketplace as, I guess,
100%
people to go to for property.
It's hard information to find as well. It really is. These guys, they suit up and they get up every single morning at 7:45 a.m. And here we are sitting here tonight at 8 o'clock. And I'm sure most of us would rather be at home on our couches, but we're here again, giving the information to you guys. So look, I think if we can just refine it, our thought processes and the reasons that we do things are different. They really are. It's about speed to service for the client, giving information, little golden nuggets to the community, not just talking about the sales, but actually giving information that can help people. And through that, you build communication, you build trust, and you build respect. It's not, as I said, as crazy as it may sound, it's not about the dollars for us. We know that will come as a result of all those things that I mentioned that we do.
Yeah, all backbone by hard work.
Well, that's it. It's just damn hard work, that's for sure. All right, I think that's a show. And look, here's to us, Michael, 5 wonderful years together, wonderful years. And here's to another 5 and beyond, I say.
That's it. Awesome.
Have a great night, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Tony, hang on. We'll just finish up with this.
Yeah.
You guys are herald son of real estate industry. Without info, vendors and buyers will not be educated about the market. There you go, guys. Tony, one of the finest agents that works down in Victoria. There you go. That's come from a great agent. Tony, you're a legend. I hope you're well.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
See ya.
Yeah.